Hi guys, here is Julie from Indigo Handmade Design. Welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to crochet the Bohemian Olivia tank top. So if you want to learn how to do this, stay with me till the end. I'm going to use cotton yarn in 4 different colors. I'm going to list it down below this video, and in addition to the yarn you are also going to need a 3mm crochet hook, pair of scissors, yarn needle and measuring tape. Okay, so take your color A and your 3mm crochet hook and make a magic ring. And now chain 4. This counts as your first double crochet and a 1 chain space in between. Go ahead and make inside of your magic ring 7 double crochets with a 1 chain space in between. You are going to end up your round with a 1 chain. Once you're at the end of the round, go ahead and close your magic ring and slip stitch in your 3rd chain. Now chain 1 and cut your yarn. Now take your color B and make a slip knot. Now we are going to make 1 round of puff stitches, so rejoin in your 1 chain space with a single crochet and pull up your loop high. Now yarn over and go inside of your 1 chain space for a total of 4 times. Go ahead and close all of your loops and chain 1. Now we are going to create our first corner, so chain 6. Now yarn over and in your next 1 chain space, go inside, pull up a loop and again yarn over, pull up a loop for a total of 5 times to create your next puff stitch. Close all of your loops. Now chain 1 to secure your puff stitch. This is your first corner. Chain 3. Go to your next 1 chain space and make your puff stitch. So yarn over and go inside, pull up a loop for a total of 5 times. Now close your loops, chain 1 to secure your puff stitch, and now chain 6 to create your next corner and repeat till the end of the round. At the end of the round, slip stitch to your very first stitch, so which is the top of your first puff stitch. Now chain 1 and cut your yarn. We are going to change the color. Now take your color seam and make a slip knot. Now we are going to rejoin in our corner, so in your 6 chain space, by making a single crochet and a chain 2. This counts as your first double crochet. Now go ahead and make 2 more double crochets inside of the same 6 chain space, chain 2, and make 3 double crochet in the same 6 chain space from the previous round. And this is your first corner. Now chain 1, skip your 3 chain space and go right over to your next 6 chain space to create your second corner. So make 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets all in the same 6 chain space. Repeat till the end of the round. You are going to end up your round with a 1 chain space, and now go ahead and slip stitch in your 3rd chain to close your 3rd round. Chain 1 and cut your yarn. We are going to change color again. Now take your color D, make a slip knot and rejoin with a single crochet right here in the corner in between your first and your second double crochet, like so. Chain 2, and this is going to be your first double crochet. Yarn over and go in between your second and your 3rd double crochet and make 1 double crochet. In your 2 chain space from the previous round, make 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets all in the same space. Now we are going to crochet in between our double crochets from the previous round, in between these 2 here, so this is your first corner, and now we are going to double crochet in the second round. So where your 3 chain space was, right here, now go ahead and make 3 double crochets. And now you are going to create your second corner, so start all over, 1 double crochet in between your first and your second double crochet, then 1 double crochet in between your second and your third double crochet, and make your corner, so 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 more double crochets all in the same space, and repeat till the end of the round. Once you're at the end of the round, go ahead and slip stitch in your third chain to close your round. Chain 1 and cut your yarn. Now take again your color A, this is going to be our last round. Make a slip knot and rejoin with a single crochet into the stitch, so in your first stitch. Now make 1 single crochet in each stitch till you reach your 2 chain space, and inside of your 2 chain space you are going to make 1 single crochet, chain 2 and 1 single crochet, like so. Now single crochet in each stitch from the previous round till you reach your next corner, and in your corner you are going to repeat 1 single crochet, chain 2 and 1 single crochet. Okay, so meet me back once you're at the end of the round. At the end of the round, slip stitch in your very first stitch, chain 1 and cut your yarn. Now go ahead and weave in your loose ends. Now go ahead and make a total of 24 granny squares for a size medium, so my top it's going to be a size medium. Okay, so once you have all of your granny squares done, so I'm going to have 12 grannies for each panel, so for the front 12 and also for my back panel. Now lay them like so. So I have 4 grannies and 3 rows. Now we are going to sew them together, so you can use your yarn needle and sew them together. So you need to turn them on the back side of your work like so and sew them together, or you can use the flat slip stitch to crochet them together. Now let me show you how the flat slip stitch goes. Okay, so take 2 of your granny squares, lay them flat on your working space, make a slip knot, and now search for your corner on your right granny square. So my corner is right here, so I'm going to go in the back loop only, like so. Your working yarn is always going to be on the back side of your work. Now take your second granny, so on your left side in the corner, so this first single crochet here and go also in the back loop only. Now take your working yarn and slip stitch to your both loops from the granny and also through your slip knot. Now go, let me pull a little bit in. Now go in your next stitch, in the back loop only, on your right granny square, and go, so your working yarn, it's in between your grannies on the back side. Go in your second granny, in your next stitch, in the back loop only, like so. Take your yarn and slip stitch through one and slip stitch, pull through, and you've slip stitched through all of your 3 loops. Okay, one more time. Right granny, the back loop only, left granny, the back loop only, and slip stitch through all of your 3 loops. Make sure you don't pull too much, so otherwise your granny is going to shrink, so your work is going to pull in. And go in your next stitch, right granny square, left granny square, in your next stitch, the back loop only, yarn over and pull through all of your 3 loops. Pull your loop a little bit high, like so. Go in your next stitch, the back loop only. On the left hand side granny square, your next stitch, the back loop only, yarn over and pull through. Next stitch, yarn over and pull through. Okay, so meet me back when you reach your corner, your first single crochet. Okay, so now I've reached my next corner. I've worked one chain in the corner on my right side and 1 chain in the corner of my left side granny square. Now take your next 2 grannies, search for the corner, so this one is your corner. Now you have here 2 chains. We are going to go in the second chain right here, in the back loop only. Take your left granny square and search for your corner and for your 2 chains. So you have 1 and you go in your second one, in the back loop only, like so. Take your working yarn, it's in the middle, in the back, on the back of your work. Now yarn over and pull through all of your 3 loops, like so. Now go in your next stitch on the right side hand, in your next stitch on your left side hand of your granny square, and yarn over and pull through. Oops. Next stitch, the back loop only, yarn over and pull through. Next stitch, yarn over, pull through. Now for my size, this is a size medium. My bust measures 90 centimeters, and when I put 4 of my granny squares, a total of 40 centimeters on each panel. So my front and my back panel is 40 centimeters wide. Now for a larger size, you need to make, of course, more of your granny squares. So maybe you want to put 5 of your grannies on each row. Now I'm going to make my rows off camera, so I'm going to attach my next 4 grannies like so, and then also I'm going to attach my 3rd row, so here on the bottom. Let me pull out. Okay, and then once I have attached my grannies, all of my 3 rows, I'm going to show you how to attach your grannies like so on this side. Okay, so this is my front panel. I've attached my grannies on the width. You see I have 3 rows attached. Now we are going to attach on this side. So take again your color A or whatever color you are using to make your sewing, and put your panel like so. Your working yarn is on the back side of your work. Now go search for your corner. Oh, excuse me, I wasn't on camera. Now let me pull in a little bit. Okay, so search for your corner, your 2 chains, and go in your second one. So before your first single crochet is like so. On the left hand side, your granny square, also in the back loop only. Take your working yarn and slip stitch. Okay, next stitch, back loop, next stitch, back loop, and slip stitch. Okay, so I'm going to work like this off camera till I reach my next corner, and then I'll meet you back to show you how to work over your already sewn granny squares, how to crisscross. Okay, a few more stitches left. Keep in mind to have a loose tension. So here is my working yarn. Okay, now we are here. Now go in your first chain on your right side, granny square, and in your first chain on your left hand side, granny square, and yarn over and pull through all of your 3 loops. And now you are going to take your loop over your already worked section here, so to crisscross, and then go on the right side hand in your corner. So this is your next stitch right here, and on your left side your granny square in your next stitch, pull up a loop and pull through. Okay, so this is how you are going to crisscross each time you reach your corner. Now I'm going to work these few more stitches with you together to show you again how to crisscross. So keep a loose tension so that your sewing is not going to shrink. Once you're getting down here, it's a little bit difficult, so it's a little bit tight here. Okay, so 2 stitches left. Now this is my last stitch on the right side hand, my last stitch on my left side hand. Now pull up your loop high and crisscross. Go over in your next stitch on the right side, in your next stitch on the left side, the back loop only, yarn over and pull through. Okay, so I'm going to work the rest of my sewing off camera, and then once I have my back and also my front panel done, I'll meet you back to show you how to work on the sides of your panels. Okay, so my panel is now done and it measures 40 centimeters. Now, since my bust measures all around 90 centimeters, so I need to have on each panel 45 centimeters. But since I don't want my top to be like so snug on my body, I'm going to work a few rows on each side of the panel, so on the right and also on the left side of the panel, to reach about 50 centimeters or around 50 centimeters on each panel, so maybe 47 or 48 centimeters. Okay, so let me show you how you can change the size of your top. Okay, so take your panel and we are going to work on the side. I'm going to work with my color B. So we are going to make rows of double crochet on each side of the panel. So take your yarn, make a slip knot and go in your corner, reattach with a slip stitch or with a single crochet, and chain 2 more. So this is your first double crochet. Now we are going to work in each stitch 1 double crochet. Okay, like so. So 1 double crochet in each stitch till the end. Now let me show you how to work your corner. Almost there. Okay, so now here is my last single crochet. Now go in your corner like so and make your double crochet. Now I'm going to try working over my loose tails here. So now we are going to put 1 double crochet right here where we've joined our squares, yarn over and go to your next square in the corner like so, make your double crochet, and then in your first double crochet, in your first single crochet, make 1 double crochet. Okay, so work like this till the end and then meet me back once you're there. Okay, I'm at the end of the row. Now this is my last single crochet. Now the last double crochet, it's going to be right here where the 2 chain spaces, like so. Chain 1 and cut your yarn. So I'm going to take now my color B, so the green one, oh, my color C, excuse me, and make a slip knot. Turn your work, and now we are going to reattach to our very first double crochet like this by making a single crochet and then chain 2. This is your first double crochet, and now work 1 double crochet in each double crochet from the previous row and try working over your loose ends so you don't need to sew in later on, like so. And now it depends on how big you want your panel to be. So let me take my measuring tape. So everything you've made here, you also need to make on this side, okay? So go ahead and measure. So 1 row of double crochets, it's about 1.5 centimeters. So let me see here, I have here 2 rows. So yes, almost 3 centimeters. So okay, so now I'm going to take my color D and make a slip knot and reattach. Now I'm on the right side of my work, so I've already turned my work. So reattach in your very first stitch by making a single crochet or a slip stitch, what you prefer. Chain 2, this is going to be your first double crochet, and now make 1 double crochet in each double crochet from the previous row Now let me show you when I'm measuring it. So I have 3 rows of double crochet. So this is how you can increase the width of your panel. So I have about, let me see, so about 4 centimeters. So I'm also going to work on the other side of my front panel. So I'm going to have in the end a total of 48 centimeters on each panel. So you are going to make the same on your front and also on your back panel, and then meet me back to show you how to work the rest of your top. So once you have your front and your back panel done, go ahead and you can sew them together on the side. So make your side seam with your yarn needle, or you can use the flat slip stitch to join your front and your back panels together. So I'm going to use the flat slip stitch to join my panels together. Okay, so go ahead and join your panels and meet me back once you have this done. Okay, so after crocheting your front and your back panel together, this is how it looks like. Now we are going to work on the upper part of our top. Now go ahead and take which color you like. I'm going to take again my color B and make a slip knot, and we are going to attach our yarn here on the side. So right here with a single crochet, or you can rejoin with a slip stitch, chain 2, and this is going to be your first double crochet. Now yarn over. Here we have our double crochet rows. In the double crochet rows we are going to make 2 double crochets, and now I want to decrease a little bit the upper part of my top. Now we are going to double crochet not in the corner but in the first single crochet from the granny square. Now make 1 double crochet in each single crochet, okay, and this is going to be my last double crochet here. Now we have here the corner and the seam and 1 corner. Now we are going to double crochet 3 together. So 1 in here, 1 in the seam, and 1 in the corner from your next granny square, like so. You have now 4 loops on your hook. Go ahead and close all of your 4 loops. And now double crochet in each single crochet, and this is how you are going to work all the way around. So we are going to work now in the rounds. So each time when you reach your seam, you are going to double crochet 3 together. Okay, so meet me back once you're at the end of the round. At the end of the round, go ahead and slip stitch in your third chain. Chain 1 and cut your yarn. Now I'm going to take my next color, which is my color C. And we are going to make one decrease row. So rejoin your yarn where your side seam is, like so, with a single crochet, chain 2, and this is going to be your first double crochet. And now make one double crochet in your next 8 stitches. And so you have a total of 9 double crochets with your first double crochet, okay? And now we are going to make one decrease. So double crochet 2 together, like so. And now again make one double crochet in your next 9 stitches and then one decrease. And this is going to be your repeat till the end of the round. Once you're at the end of the round, go ahead and slip stitch in your third chain to close your round. Then chain 1 and cut your yarn. We are going to change color again. Okay, so take your color D, make a slip knot and rejoin with a single crochet. Right here. Then chain 2, this is going to be your first double crochet. And now we are going to make one row of double crochets, no decreases, so one double crochet in each double crochet from the previous row, and meet me back once you have this done. At the end of the round, slip stitch in your third chain, chain 1 and cut your yarn. Now we are going to work one more row with our color C, so this is going to be the last round. Okay, so make a slip knot and rejoin your color A where your seam is, so right here with a single crochet and pull up your loop high. We are going to make now one puff stitch, so yarn over and go back in the same stitch one time, and now close your loops, chain 1 and make another puff stitch in the same stitch, so yarn over, go in the stitch, yarn over and again in the stitch, close all of your loops, chain 1. So this is going to be a puff stitch, V-stitch round, so skip 4, and in the next make your puff stitch, so yarn over, in the loop, yarn over, and in the loop, close all of your loops, chain 1, and another puff stitch, so yarn over and go in the same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, in the stitch, pull up a loop, and close all of your loops and chain 1, skip 4, and in the next make your puff V-stitch. Okay, so repeat till the end of the round, and once you're there, go ahead and slip stitch to your very first puff stitch. Okay, so I've already made one shoulder strap. Now, as I said, I've marked where I want to, so on this side where I want to start my shoulder strap, and on this side is where I want to end my shoulder strap. So I'm going to start right here and then end here. And I took as a reference this seam right here, okay? Now we are going to make puff V-stitches again. So take your yarn, in my case it's going to be my color A, make a slip knot and rejoin right here in this stitch with a single crochet and then chain 2. This counts as a double crochet. Now yarn over and go right here in your V-stitch. Once, yarn over, go back twice, yarn over and go back in the stitch 3 times, close all of your loops, chain, yarn over, in the stitch once, yarn over, in the stitch twice, yarn over, in the stitch 3 times, close all of your loops, chain. Now we are going to make one double crochet right here in this stitch, like so, and now chain 3, turn your work, so this is going to be your first double crochet, and now repeat your puff V-stitch, so yarn over, go in your V-stitch, pull up a loop once, yarn over, pull up a loop twice, yarn over and pull up a loop 3 times, close all of your loops, chain, and repeat your puff stitch, close, chain 1, and you are going to make one double crochet in your third chain, like so, and then chain 3 again and turn your work and make your puff V-stitch again. Okay, so for the length of my strap I made a total of 17 puff stitches, so don't go too long with your strap because it is going to stretch. Okay, so I let you on your own to make both of your shoulder straps, and then once you have this done, go ahead and slip stitch or sew them on the back panel. Okay, so after making your shoulder straps, now we are going to work on the bottom of our tank top. So search for your side seam, and there is where you are going to reattach your yarn. So I'm going to take again my color B, make a slip knot, and rejoin with a single crochet, and then chain 2. This is going to be your very first double crochet, yarn over, and in your double crochet rows you are going to make 2 double crochets. And now 1 double crochet in your corner, like so, and then 1 double crochet in each single crochet. And this is how you are going to work all the way around. And once you're there, go ahead and slip stitch in your 3rd chain, and then work another row of double crochets with your color A, and then work 2 rows with your color B, and then work 2 rows of double crochet with your color C. And once you have this done, meet me back to show you how to work next. Okay, so you have your 4 rows of double crochets with your color B and your color C. Now go ahead and take your color D, and we are going to make another row of double crochets, and make sure that in this row you have at the end a multiple of 4. So you are going to prepare yourself for your next row. So if you need to increase 1 stitch, go ahead and increase 1. Okay, so now go ahead and slip stitch in your 3rd chain. And as I said, for the next row, we need to have a multiple of 4. So chain 1, this doesn't count as a stitch, and make 1 single crochet in the same stitch. Now you want to chain 4, skip 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, and in the next make 1 single crochet, chain 4, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and in your next single crochet. Okay, so this is going to be your pattern repeat all the way around, and once you're there, you are going to slip stitch into your very first single crochet, and then chain 1 and cut your yarn, and we are going to change color again. Okay, so now take your color A again, and this is going to be our very last round. So rejoin with a single crochet in your 4th chain space, like so. Now chain 3, hold your 3rd chain, like so, chain 3 more, and now we are going to make a picot. So go back in your chain that you are holding and make a slip stitch, chain 2. Now we are going to make a puff stitch, so yarn over and go back in your single crochet, like so, pull up a loop, yarn over, in the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, in the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and close all of your loops, chain 1, and go to your next 4th chain space from the previous round, make 1 single crochet, and we are going to repeat. So chain 3 and hold your third chain and chain 3 more and make your picot. So slip stitch in the chain that you are holding, like so, chain 2 and make 1 puff stitch at the base. So in your single crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now yarn over and close all of your loops, chain 1 and make 1 single crochet in your next 4th chain space, and this is going to be your pattern repeat till the end of the round. So once you're there, you are going to single crochet in your very first single crochet, so slip stitch, sorry, and then chain 1 and cut your yarn. Okay, so this is how it looks like with the picot border. You can leave your top like this if you want to. So actually it is finished, but I do want to have my top a little bit more bohemian, so I'm going to take all of my 4 colors and attach some fringes like so. So put all of your colors together and cut the length that you need for your fringes and attach right here where your picot is. Okay, so I'm going to do this off camera and then meet you back once I have this done. So my lovely crocheters, I'm at the end of my tutorial. This is how it looks like with the fringes. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope it was helpful and you've enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed it creating it for you. And I see you next time with a new one. Bye bye!